Hi guys, good evening. Hope you all are doing fine. Yes, I am back today again with another topic. So what happened in the last 15-20 days, I got a lot of DMs about people asking on this particular topic. And I thought instead of helping people one on one, it's better if I make a video so that it can be used by other people and it can be referred time and again. So the topic which I want to speak about today is constipation. Yes, I got a lot of DMs on constipation, and then I realized that actually this is something which most many people are facing because of the pattern of lifestyle, because of the food, the change in what they are eating. So why not make a video which can help others as well? So regarding constipation, I would like to talk about is what really is constipation and how do you experience it. So we are supposed to pass motions every 24 hours ideally, because we are eating day in and day out, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and we are having drinks, water and all. So it needs to whatever the body is not able to digest, it has to come out. So if we are putting in something, there has to be a way where the waste product, the undigested material should come out of the system. And if we have regular bowel movements, we function better. And if we are not able to eliminate or take a dump, then we have that kind of brain fog, headache, and we don't really feel good and light. Yes, so constipation is something which we experience like this. And what can actually constipation do? So understand one thing, that if you have undigested remains from the food in your system, in your colon, and which is supposed to be excreted, and which means that you have toxic waste, bacteria, pathogens inside your system. So if that continues to stay there without elimination, it is a breeding ground for disease, it is a breeding ground for toxicity, it is a breeding ground for inflammation. And what that does, it travels back into your cells and blood, and it can cause innumerable issues. Basically, if you see major lifestyle diseases, the root of it is somewhere in constipation, because at some point, if you are not able to eliminate waste from your body, it can multiply, and it can in future create huge issues. So if you currently are experiencing constipation, the best you can do is find out the reasons and start taking measures, like one by one, not everything all together, because your body is something which is constantly it's trying to tell you what is the change, where are you missing, and by trial and error you can understand what changes you can incorporate to bring about regular bowel movements. First of all, you need to understand that the constipation is because of hardened fecal matter in your colon, and it is in colon itself that your immunity is built. The better the movement from there, the better the immunity is. And if you have waste remains inside the colon, it can impact your immunity. So basically your health centers around how well your bowel movements are. So there can be innumerable causes for constipation. We will jot down one by one, and you can figure out, okay, if this is applicable in your case. So we'll start with fiber. So basically you need fiber in your diet, and we need 25-30 grams of fiber in our diet. That's the recommended allowance, but you have to understand whether you are taking less or more. So either of it can be an issue. You can get constipated with less fiber, and you can get constipated with more fiber. So you have to understand that for digesting the fiber, you need certain bacteria. And if you are overdoing on fiber, like the veggies and the other stuff, if you are overdoing and you don't currently have that much bacteria, that good bacteria to digest the fiber, you will have constipation. Or the other thing is that if you are eating less fiber, if you are eating less fiber also, you can get constipated. So you are not giving food to the bacteria. So you have to know where is the balance. So if you are eating too much, try and reduce the quantity, and if you are eating less, try and increase a little bit. So don't make drastic changes over time, make gradual small changes, and you will see a lot of difference. Fiber, both raw and cooked. So what constitutes fiber: fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, and also whole grains, legume pulses. These all have fiber. So if you are basically having a complete wholesome meal, in the Indian meal, if you are having everything, then you are making sure to have uh, enough of fiber. So what happens is that at times we think that we should eat veggies. We hear about a lot people including veggies, but if you currently are not in a situation where you can digest that much veggies, and if you are overdoing it, then it can result in constipation. This is one point. Second is hydration, water. So when you increase your fiber intake, you have to gradually increase your water intake as well, because fiber takes away water and takes up water, and this forms a gel inside the colon. And what happens is that resultantly the water available for other things is not too much. So if you are increasing your fiber intake, you should side by side increase your water intake. Does not mean that you keep on drinking water. There is a way where you should the way you should drink water, it's not like chugging water. You have to slowly sip in water, take warm water, and you have to enjoy or relish it like you do with your tea, cup of coffee, or any beverage which you drink. So it should be had very slowly, mindfully, so that you can enjoy the taste of water as well. Yes, chugging huge amounts of water just because you have to meet your requirements never serve the purpose. Take it slow and easy and very gradual. The best practice would be to take 1 liter of water early in the morning, so that it can influence bowel movement. It can, a lot of people do this to inculcate a habit of drinking 1 liter of water early in the morning, and that helps a lot with the bowel movement. So just check if your water intake is enough or not. So what is enough for you might not be enough for someone else, because of what he is adding in his diet, what how much food, how much veggies he is having. So there is no fixed 6 7 glasses of water or 2 3 liters of water. You have to make sure whether you are hydrated or not. That you can do by understanding your urine, the color of urine, the how you feel with your lips. If your body is dehydrated, you can make it out. So drink water accordingly. Third is how much tea, coffee, caffeine you are having in your daily routine. If you are having too much, that can also cause dehydration, and again that same thing. Fourth most important thing is, this is the most important thing about your emotional well-being, your stress levels, your energy, your anxiety, issues with fear, haste, worry, concern, jealousy. All these things are your emotions, but you have to understand one thing, that these emotions have a role to play in functioning of your gut, how you are feeling, how you process your emotions. You will see a lot of people passing loose stools if they are too much anxious, and there are people who get constipated. So different thing happens to different kind of people, how they process their emotions. So it's very very important to express your emotions in a way which you feel that you are not holding up some kind of pent up emotions inside. So your emotional health plays a big role in your bowel movement, in your constipation, in how you eliminate. It's a no brainer. We all know that there is a vagus nerve which travels from the gut to your brain. So your emotions, your health, your food you are eating, everything is connected. There is, you cannot dissect one part of the body with another. And understand that if you are not feeling well inside, it will have a lot of say on how you are eliminating the next day. So taking care of your emotions, taking care of your mental and emotional well-being is very very important. The fifth point is what kind of lifestyle you are leading. Like if you are sedentary the whole day, movement is very very important. I am not talking about exercise for an hour a day. I am talking about movement during the day. So if you have a job where you are sitting for the rest of the day after doing your morning routine, then you have to make sure to move around. So you must be thinking what that has got to do with constipation. Basically, if you are moving around, there is better blood circulation, so your cells are oxygenated, there is a proper blood supply, and the internal organs are functioning cleverly or brilliantly well if you are able to move around in the day. So if you are sedentary, your inside there is something happening, there is no proper movement, the functioning of the various systems inside the body is not happening well, and then when you see constipation, you cannot relate, but there is a lot of a role of regular movement in between. Take some breaks and go about for a walk or walk the talk. There are so many ways which you can incorporate mindful movement, and that can go a long way. So movement after your dinner, like 30 minutes after your dinner, if you just go for a light walk, can help you with your bowel movement the next morning. And slowly sipping in the water when you are done with your lunch or dinner, if you are taking water, drink warm water, and just mindfully drinking it, not the way where you just think that you have to finish this number of glasses, so better finish it. No, mindfully drink water and put your thoughts in it, like your thoughts about how what you want that water to feed you, your good thoughts, your good feelings, your good intentions. Yes, this is the word, intention. What kind of intention you want, you think about that and drink, so that you are mindful while drinking water. That will really help in clearing your bowel movements, in having a good taking a good dump also. It will help you in understanding that whatever you are doing, eating or drinking water, there has to be a mindful approach towards doing it. It's very, very important, this thing. The sixth thing which I want to talk about is most of the food that we are eating these days, maybe you have made a conscious choice of eating good food, eating wholesome food, eating balanced food, but there are people who are eating a lot of junk food, processed food, unhealthy sugar, refined sugar, a lot of bakery items. So these food are devoid of fiber. So when you have no fiber in your diet, and you have this kind of processed food and unhealthy junk in your diet, it will lead to constipation one day or the other. So try and see how much of fried, how much of salt. Yes, salt is also very important. So what happens is that when you take people have a habit of taking ऊपर से थोड़ा नमक डाल लिया to make it more tasty, but that salt has a lot of role to play in consuming water in your body. So what happens is that when you are taking too much salt, so that salt will take it sips away water from your body, and it can make you dehydrated, and this can contribute to your sluggish bowel movement. These points are very, very important. So now you have to see where is it that you are going wrong, whether you are having too less fiber, too much fiber, less water, more too much caffeine in tea and coffee, or you're not moving more, you have stress levels, and you are having too much of processed food. All these are general things which can go wrong and create constipation. But you have to understand one thing, that it's very, very important that you do something about the waste which is lying in the body. You have to do something. So lifestyle change will take a little time. You will incorporate one thing, and then you see a change, and then you incorporate another thing. One thing which I forgot to mention is sleep. Yes, your body is detoxifying while you are sleeping. So if your sleep hygiene, if your sleep routine, if your sleep habit is haywire, you are sleeping at odd hours, you are waking up at odd hours, you are one day sleeping at 10, one day sleeping at 12, and one day sleeping at 1 o'clock in the night. One day you have some deadline, you are not bothering about your sleep. Yes, it's occasional, it's okay, but if it becomes a routine where you don't have a routine of sleeping in time, then the body is going to like you, like if you do things in discipline, the body rewards you. So when you don't do things in discipline, the body punishes you as well. Yes, this is a harsh and a very strong word, but this is the way the body talks to you. So if the body likes rhythm, the body likes consistency, and the body likes discipline. So if you have odd sleeping hours and waking up hours, then you will 100% see changes in your bowel movement. Try and sleep on time and the same time every day. Try and see how much is it possible, and wake up feeling that okay, I need to go to the loo without any kind of stimulant like a warm water or tea, coffee. Some people have habit of smoking before, and they cannot take a dump if they don't do this. There are people who are dependent on doing something to pass motions, and it's because they have made it a kind of a neural pathway in their mind that they have to, if they do this, then only they will get a bowel movement. So because of that old habit, it is working like that way for them, but they have not tried to bring about a change in their lifestyle because it is difficult for them. So it's very important that you take care of your sleep. The body is detoxifying, repairing, regenerating, regrowing in, and it is in the rest and the recovery mode while you are sleeping. So a good sleep routine will contribute a lot to helping you with better bowel movements or taking the dump. So make sure that you have your sleep in place, and if you eliminate well, you function well, you feel well, and you feel like eating as well because you feel a light from within. So it's very important that you see which factor is something which is going wrong, where you are habitually making a mistake. Some people have a habit of eating and talking, eating and watching something, eating and being on gadget. So understand that mindful eating, like being present in the moment when you are eating, allowing your food to have a kind of dialogue with you, feeling the texture, the taste, the smell, the aroma of the food can help you nourish your body in a beautiful, beautiful way. So what I was saying is that when people talk and eat, they don't chew the food well, and your digestion begins in your mouth. When you are chewing the food, the saliva has enzymes, so it begins the digestion process from there. When you don't digest the food well, then there is a downward spiral. It will manifest somewhere. So if you are not chewing your food well, if you are talking in between, if you are not mindful while eating, the digestion is not that great. So make sure that when you are eating, it's your me time with the food. Make sure to speak good words to the food, express gratitude, and chew your food mindfully, where most of the work is done by your mouth and the stomach does the work. It does not have to do something extra just because you don't want to chew the food, or you are busy talking to someone, or you are seeing something on social media. So these are basic things which you need to take care, so that you can get better from what you are currently. So now I'll talk about what remedies you can do. So I have to say one thing, that anything that you take as laxative to help with better bowel movements is should be only as a fix for your symptom, but it should not be something which you use as a crutch for your lifestyle. Like a person has got blood pressure, he is taking blood pressure medicine. If someone has got thyroid, he is taking thyroid medicine. So for constipation, don't think that laxative is something which is going to help you. It is your lifestyle that you need to change. You have to find out what you need to correct about your lifestyle. While you have to take that laxative, make sure that you work on your lifestyle as well, because laxative is a crutch approach. It is not going to help you, and that will also create some issues somewhere. It is important to remove toxins. So you if you have that kind of chronic constipation, you should take a laxative, be it anything. But don't fall prey to that. Don't become a person who is habituated to take a laxative and then pass the motions. Understand what I am saying. So while you need to take a laxative, because it is important to release the toxins from the body, because the effect of that, keeping the toxins in the body, is more harmful than being dependent on the not taking the laxative. So you have to understand that this is a choice you are making currently, but at the same time you are going to make changes in your lifestyle so that you pass your motions naturally. So anything that I am suggesting here is something which can aid you in passing motions, but it is not something which you should adopt as regularly doing. So yes, if you want to add fiber, this is a lifestyle change. Yes, you should add fiber. If you want to reduce fiber, yes, it is a lifestyle change. You should reduce fiber. So what are the things which you can incorporate in your food, in your lifestyle, which can help you have better bowel movements? We'll talk about that now. So regarding the water intake, I have said. Regarding the fiber, I have already said. So what are the sources of fiber? Fruits are the good sources of fiber, vegetables are good sources of fiber, nuts and seeds have fiber, and your grains have fiber, your pulses have fiber. So try and include a wholesome meal where you incorporate all this in your diet, not everything at once, something in the breakfast, something in the lunch, and something in the dinner, like that. So you do that. Be careful about the quantity of water. If you increase or decrease the fiber, just make sure that you are hydrated well. Third thing is, what you can do is, people say that isabgol is a laxative. It is not, because that is what has been told to you. It's not a laxative. It has got fiber. There are people who are not able to meet their fiber requirements, so they take xylem husk or isabgol. It is something which you can have 30 minutes before your meal, 2 to 3 teaspoons put in water, and then it swells up. It will help a lot with your bowel movements the next day, or some people take it after dinner as well. But at the same time, you have to do other changes also, like sleeping better, like learning how to manage your regulate your stress, taking deep breathing. These all are lifestyle changes which you are going to do, so that you don't get dependent on xylem husk or any other thing. So if you have to take a laxative, take a laxative, or decide on what you want to bring about a change. Walk more, move more, so that there is better circulation in of blood and the organs functioning. So basically, whatever you see as cause, what the lack of something as cause, you can bring that in your daily routine, so that it can help you with better bowel movements. And it is very important, so that you don't have toxins and inflammation and precursor of any other lifestyle disease which you can have with constipation. This is not to scare you or make you worrisome. It is about educating you for the right thing, what you can do, following circadian rhythm, including a lot of good fats in your diet can also help in good bowel movements. Avocado is a good source of fat which has got good fiber. Good oil like coconut oil, ghee, these are great options which which you should include in your food. And in cooking, how you cook your food, what oil you use. See that vegetables oil are not good for your health, for your bowel movement. So make sure that you are using the right quality, the better quality cold press version of good quality oils. It's very, very important. So if you analyze and see, the paradigm of health is on four verticals: your sleep, your hydration, your movement, and your emotional health. So if you are faltering in any of these, you will have issues with your some or the other issues with your, if you have acne, you have constipation, you have bloating. So if you make sure that you just follow these 4 5 things very like make it a part of your lifestyle, and you see how you it can help you clear bowel movements, have better thought process, have better understanding, you can function better, you have better energy, you feel more resourceful, you are able to be more productive. All this happens when you follow all the 4 5 verticals of good health, which is holistic view. It is not always about exercise, movement, or water intake or sleep. It is also about emotional health, and it's very, very important that we try and address the root cause of any problem in our life. A lot of time we are stressed and we don't know how to, or we don't know, or we don't want to make sure that we have a better channel for releasing our stress, or working in a way where you indulge in something which you are passionate about. You have a hobby which makes you feel good, that can go a long way in building up great emotional health. So regarding the remedies which I was talking about, you can have isabgol, and then fiber and water is important. The rest is, the fiber comes from raisins and prunes. Also you can have 4 5 soaked raisins overnight, they can help you a lot. And then ajwain is great, the bishop weed is great. If you want to have, you can have a half teaspoon of ajwain in warm water, that can also help for better digestion. CCFT is also great, good. Coriander, fennel and cumin seed, just to boil the water, reduce it to half, and have it post meals. That will help a lot. So while we talk about water, it's also very important to understand that sometimes you need electrolytes also. There are so many things water will not give you. You are getting hydration, that is correct, but you have try and have coconut water once in a while. It has got a lot of potassium, and that helps. It is very very important. So with regard to people having kidney issues, I am not talking about them. With general people, if you are constipated, try and include electrolytes in your diet. That can also help. And make sure to not stress too much about whether I'll get bowel movement or not, whether today I will pass motions or not. So if you try and think too much about it, you manifest that. Like try and divert your mind into not thinking too much about whether I'll get bowel movement or not, whether I'll clear motion or not, and divert your mind into something which is more constructive, something which makes your mind relax, so that invariably you end up having great bowel movements. And it can help you. Basically, stressing about something which is not happening for you is something which you are aggravating for yourself. So if you have any issue, just rest assured that there will be time in your life when you will figure out how to better deal with it, how to get off this issue. But stressing about it or being resistant about it is not going to help you. The only thing that can help is, okay, I have a problem, I need to find a solution, and it is not something which is happening to me, it happens to people, and it is okay, I will find a solution. So that kind of shift from your thought process will help you in getting it easily without stressing about it. Because the more and more you stress about it, the less easy or more difficult it becomes for you to help yourself. While I say all this, I was reminded that I did not mention probiotics. They are also great, but it also depends on whether your gut is friendly enough to accept probiotics or not. That there are a lot of probiotics like rice kanji, if you take that, raw coconut, raw banana flour, that's also great probiotic. So you can try all this, incorporate, but first try and change a little bit about your lifestyle in a day, and then gradually add up, building it up, and it will surely, if something is good, it does not mean that you start overdoing. It is very very important that you remember this, that everything is good in moderation. Even the good looks good in moderation. And don't try to overdo the good stuff because it is good, because there are repercussions of that as well. So like I mentioned that you can have probiotics, so don't start doing overdoing the probiotics, because you don't know whether your gut is capable of accepting it, or it can further aggravate your issue. So start small, start build up gradual, and then see. And always try to be in sync with your body, finding out the it will try to speak to you whether you are feeling better or not. Try to be in sync with what your body is trying to speak to you. That can go a long way. And I hope I have covered everything. This video again has got big, because I want to add up everything that is there, so that people don't get misled or misinformed about something which I say, and then you take it up and then something goes wrong. So if you have any questions, do let me know. And if this video was of help, please let me know in the comment section. And if I have missed anything, I will surely share on Instagram. And thanks for following me. And do share with me what all you need me to talk about. It will help me more to study better and help you all better, in the way that if I am trying to help you, you are trying to help me as well, letting me know what I can speak about more. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the love, appreciation, and all the time that you are giving to me, listening to my videos or reading my stories or commenting on my post. They mean a lot to me. Thank you guys.